And welcome back to another video on the rest of it and to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10. And yeah, big show today because it is the first Dynamite since Double or Nothing. Because we've got a lot going down. We've got some major announcements, 5 matches, and yeah, as many kind of post-pay-per-view segments as well. So yeah, like I say, a lot happening on this week's Dynamite. So let's get straight into it. We started things off with the BCC against the Lucha Bros and Bandido. A brawl ensued to start things off. The BCC had the early advantage and the Six Stars battled all over the arena. The bell finally rang and Wheeler Yuta and Bandido started about. Yuta hit a slam and followed up with a senton for a 2. Bandido held Yuta for an inverted suplex for almost a minute, dropping him on the mat for a 2 count. Things broke down once again as Pentail 0M hit a backstabber on Claudio. The heels turned things and isolated Bandido in the corner. Moxley wore him down in the middle of the ring. Bandido hit the jawbreaker, but Moxley stopped his momentum with lariats in the corner. Bandido responded with a torpedo and tagged in Ray Phoenix. Claudio and Phoenix fought. The latter took out Wheeler Yuta before Penta hit a sling blade on the Swiss Superman. Claudio Castagnoli stopped Penta with a lariat, and Bandido and Yuta exchanged strikes before the former hit a dropkick. He then hit a cutter and a hit a splash under the Lucha Bros to take out the other members of the BCC. Bandido then hit a knee strike, but distractions from Moxley and Claudio helped Yuta turn things around, and he unloaded the hammer and anvil elbow strikes before picking up the pinfall win. And yeah, this gets a 7 out of 10 from me. A brilliant match, kicked things off. But Blackpool Combat Club getting a big win, and they're really I just love what they're doing at the moment. And yeah, just on the whole, a banger match to kick us off. And yeah, there's an interesting little storyline emerging there. So yeah, good stuff. 7 out of 10. Jay White was out next and was saying Double or Nothing was amazing. He then brought out Ricky Starks eliminating White and Juice Robinson. White, however, added that the Absolute is not the AEW International Champion because of Bullet Club Gold. Juice Robinson called out FTR and said that Starks had no friend. The tag team champions came out to the ring to confront White and Robinson. The Switchblade stated that FTR was there to join Bullet Club Gold and they just needed to ask politely. Juice then took a cheat shot at Dax before Bullet Club Gold members double team Cash Wheeler. Robinson hit the rock hard on Wheeler and White hit the Blade Runner on Harwell. Ricky Starks ran in for the save and challenged Jay White to a match next week without Juice Robinson's presence. And yeah, we're going to get that match next week, it seems, and a tag team match involving FTR and Bullet Club Gold, which I can't wait for. Yeah, that's going to be a banger. CM Punk was then announced for the first episode of Collision. Obviously, no surprise, but yeah, so great to see him back. And yeah, would have preferred it wasn't announced, but yeah, just ramps up the hype for Collision even more. And yeah, we'll get into that when obviously it comes around. But Swerve Strickland v Big Bill v Trent Beretta was up next. Strickland rolled out of the ring and escaped from Bill. Trent Beretta and Bill fought outside before Beretta took Swerve out on the outside. He let Strickland fight and shortly after hit some shots on Big Bill. The Giant then hit splashes on both stars before dropping Beretta with a big boot. Big Bill then picked up Swerve and threw him on the entrance ramp. He then slammed Strickland's face on the apron, and Strickland shoved Bill's face first onto the steel ring post, and Beretta took him out on the outside. Strickland and Beretta exchanged right hands on the apron before Bill hit a big boot on the Modal Affiliates leader. Trent Beretta then hit a moonsault on Big Bill before Swerve followed it up with a Beretta. All 3 men were on the middle turnbuckle. Bill got suplexed by the other 2 stars. Bill and Swerve got near falls, and Beretta hit a flying knee and pile driver for a 2. Beretta then hit some shots on Bill, and the latter hit a chokeslam from the apron. However, Strickland hit the Swerve stomp on Bill and entered the ring to pin Beretta for the win. And yeah, this gets a 7 out of 10 from me. This was such a brilliant match. And yeah, can't wait to see Orange v Swerve. That's going to be an incredible match. But yeah, this match definitely overachieved on my expectations. It was really entertaining from start to finish. Swerve winning, definitely the right decision. Like I said, I can't wait to see him win this match. This was great stuff. Renee Paquette was then present on the entrance ramp to interview the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. The veteran spoke about the loss at Double or Nothing and said he felt bad for letting Caster and Bowens down. Bowens said that their goal is the same and to win the tag team championship, threading that Gunn deserves one more run in the goal, and ending the segment by saying that everyone loves the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. So yeah, it seems like that's going to continue and no issues with that, to be honest. The match was great. And yeah, I definitely think this story has more legs to run. And yeah, I can't wait for that match if and when it comes about. So yeah, this was a good little segment. And yeah, definitely setting up an interesting future direction. And a future direction, I have to say, yeah, I am quite a big fan of. But anyway, up next on Dynamite, we heard Don Callis and Kaneshka Takeshka interviewing by Shoni Schiavone, and he was drowned out by boos. Callis said he hate the boozer for Omega and said that he was the real victim. The Attitude Era of Action then claimed he was responsible for Omega's success and then balmed the cleaner for stitches on his head. Callis said he may have lost a nephew but gained a son in Takeshka. Callis claimed that the Takeshka is better than multiple legends and soon he'll be better than Omega. Takeshka then vowed to destroy the Young Bucks and Omega, and Don Callis said he was going to take the Elite from All Elite Wrestling. thing. And yeah, this was brilliant stuff, I have to say. Incredible promo from Don Callis. Takeshita, I love this new spot for him. It's added such a new dimension to the storyline. Where's it all going to go? Is BCC involved? Yeah, just a brilliant promo. Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin then took on the Gates of Agony. Bishop Khan attacked Cassidy and sent him to the outside. Cassidy and Toa Leona then crashed in the ring, and the latter hit suplex. Allin tagged himself in, but Leona took him down. The Gates of Agony then motivated themselves, but Allin hit springboard cutter. The Gates of Agony were in complete control during this stage of match. Allin took the fight to his opponents, but he got slammed on the barricades in the ring apron. Leona took out Cassidy at the ringside area, and after a period of dominance, Khan dropped Allin on the turnbuckle. Allin retaliated with some shots and finally made the tag to Cassidy. The international champion put his hands inside of his pockets and hit a DDT on Khan shortly after for a 2 count. He then went for the orange punch, but Leona hit a Samoan drop instead. Towards the end of the match, Cassidy hit a stun dog on Bishop Khan, and Allin followed up with a destroyer. Cassidy took Toa Leona on the outside as Darby Allin hit the coffin drop on Khan for the victory. And yeah, this gets a 6 out of 10 from me, I'm going to say. It was a decent match. In fact, no, I'm going to up it to 7 out of 10. It was a very good match. And yeah, really enjoyed it from start to finish. Them winning is definitely the right result. But yeah, on the whole, just a really good match, and definitely the right result. Post-match, the Mogul Embassy looked to attack Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin, but Sting made his return and chased him away. And yeah, this was a really good way to end the segment. Great to see Sting back, and yeah, all fitted in really nicely. So yeah, on the whole, this was good stuff. But anyway, next up on Dynamite, Tony Schiavone was in the ring to welcome someone, but he got interrupted by FTW champion. Schiavone brought up Hook helping the Hardys at Double or Nothing and asked him what's next. However, before he could get an answer, LFI interrupted him. Jose, the assistant, complained about the lack of opportunities for Vance and Jalistico before the faction looked to attack Hook, but Jungle Boy came out from the save and made the save, and a brawl ensued. Hook down Jose, the assistant, before standing tall with Jungle Boy to end the segment. And yeah, this was good stuff. I don't know, I still feel like Jungle Boy heel turn could be incoming, but yeah, good to see Jungle Hook back. At least for the time being. I was a big fan the first time around. So yeah, this was really, really good stuff. And yeah, like I say, very excited to see Jungle Boy, Hook, and Hook back on our screens together for a bit. But Chris Statlander took on Nyla Rose for the TBS title. Both stars squared off in the middle, and Nyla Rose overpowered Statlander, but before the champion took a downward dropkick. Rose then power slammed Statlander, but missed the sense on. The challenger then hit a strike to the midsection and slammed Statlander's face on the turnbuckle. Nyla Rose then hit a suplex on Statlander. It's into the corner, gaining the upper hand and about. Statlander hit some big discus lariats and followed up with a knee strike to make her come back. She then hit a power slam for a 2 on Rose, and the former AEW Women's Champion hit a splash on the corner and followed up with a cannonball to the ringside area. She then hit another cannonball before the barricades. Inside the ring, Nyla Rose hit a chokeslam for a 2. Towards the end, Chris Statlander hit a jawbreaker and followed with a 450 splash to retain her title. And yeah, good first match for Statlander. Decent someone with decent caliber as well. And yeah, good first match, really establishing herself as champion. And yeah, it worked nicely, so I'm going to give it 6 out of 10. A mixed tag result main event. Adam Cole and Britt Baker versus Jericho and Saraya. Cole and Jericho unloaded on each other to start the match. They hit multiple shots before Cole pressurised Jericho with the boot. The action spilled to the outside and the Ocho slammed his opponent with the barricades. Saraya was tagged in. She and Britt Baker fought as the latter hit Sling Blade and got a 2. Jericho then pulled Baker down and allowed the anti-diva to get the upper hand. Saraya trapped Baker in the ropes and hit some knee strikes. At one point, Jericho distracted the ref and allowed the Outcast to get some cheap shots at Baker. However, Shida came out and chased the heels away. Cole and Jericho were then the legal men, and the Panama City Playboy hit some elbow strikes on to Gary on the JS leader. However, Jericho hit the Lion Salt and the 2 count, and Saraya was tagged in and she got taken out with a neck breaker. After a back and forth between the two teams, Baker applied the lockjaw on Jericho, but Saraya broke up the hold. Adam Cole then entered the ring and got hit with a code breaker. Jericho then only got a 2 count. Towards the end, Jericho looked to hit Baker with a bat, but got super kicked by Cole. Both Cole and Baker then hit super kicks in the Ocho before the Panama City Playboy hit the beam on Jericho for the pinfall victory. And this gets an 8 out of 10 from me. This was a really, really good match to end Dynamite. Absolutely loved it. Worked out, brilliant match, and I like the way it's all tying into different stories as well. That's all been done really nicely. So yeah, good stuff. Overall, AEW Dynamite gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I really enjoyed this week's episode of Dynamite. Good start to the face, Double or Nothing. And yeah, maybe we'd like to see a bit more build for Forbidden Door, where that's coming up really, really soon now. But yeah, on the whole, you can't complain. That's a really, really good show. Loved it from start to finish, really. And yeah, excited for what AEW has coming up in the next few weeks. But anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, notice, comments, numbers, follow me for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to the channel. I really greatly appreciate it. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.